Hey, everybody. I don't know if I'm live yet. I'm connecting to Lilydale Blog Talk Radio, so I'm excited about that. And if you're on and you're watching me, welcome. I'm excited. I'm handling both things today here, so just bear with me for a second. We're almost live on Blog Talk Radio. I'm excited to see everybody. It looks like it's happening in just a second. Okay. All right, so here we are. Welcome, everybody. My name is Angie Apt, and I'm a Lilydale registered medium, and I'm excited to welcome you to Lilydale Blog Talk Radio. This is Spiritual Discoveries with Angie, and I'm Angie, so welcome. I'm happy to see you. Good morning, Sylvia. Hi, Karen. Hi, Alberta. Good afternoon. You're right, it's already afternoon. I think I said good morning as well, and noon is afternoon, right? So, hi, Joe Marie. Okay, good. I'm glad you see me. Okay, good. Hi, Bernadette. Nice to see you too. Hi, Kathy. Wow, look at that. You guys are all popping on. Thank you so much. I'm happy that you're on today. So, I have some exciting things. I just want to make sure we're on Blog Talk Radio. Yes, we are. We're on air. Okay, good. So, I did it right. All right, you never know. Okay, so let's talk about Lilydale for a second. Who's ever been to Lilydale? Do you love it? I love it. I love it. It's one of my most favorite places. Hi, Joanna. And you know what, you guys, definitely write in comments. Hi, Mary. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you on here. Awesome. I love that I get to see the comments and see everybody on here. So Lilydale, as I'm sure most of you know, it's the oldest spiritualist community in the world. And I'm fortunate because I live an hour away. And if you ever want to come to Lilydale and you decide to eat, whether you've been or you haven't been, give me a call, let me know, and I'll take you on a tour. Okay, it's an amazing place. And do yourself, Alberta, you've been there before. Hi, Kristen, how are you? Oh, cool. Yes, Rosemary, I know, it's amazing. You walk in and there's something about the peace. Elise, you have to visit now that you've been in Texas. Oh, for years. Yes. My sister lives in Texas. My sister's in Houston, kind of in between Houston, actually closer to College Station, if you're familiar with that. And Jean, you've never been? Yeah, definitely come down. Make a point of it. And I promise you, I'll take you on an amazing tour of it. You know what? And Mary, yes, I would love to. I'll do it. I've done tours. Actually, one year I did that and I rented a big, huge club van that fit about 15 people and took them all down to Lilydale. And guess who drove the club van? Me. It was a little scary, I think, for everybody, including myself, but we got there. I think Spirit was sort of working with us and helping us get there. So do yourself a favor, though, and like Lilydale Assembly's Facebook page and look at their website, because Lilydale is a town full of mediums. Yes, that's true. But also lots and lots of classes, and they have them on Zoom. It's an amazing thing about Zoom. You want to come, but it's a long drive from Philly. That's true. That's true. Yeah, you'd have to get a ride with somebody. We'll figure that out. Like if we ever do something and we do like a tour, we'll have a bus tour or something. We'll figure it out. So Rosemary, that's true. There's a sense of calm as soon as you walk in. We visit every summer. You didn't get to come last summer due to COVID. I know. I was there. So I will definitely, Sylvia, take you on a tour. They did open last year. I was there, but it wasn't as big a season. All the classes were on Zoom. Not all the mediums were working, but we did have stump services. And if you've never been to a stump service, it's pretty amazing. The stump is one of the most powerful, energetic places around, and the mediums are at the stump, and they pick people out in the audience to give messages to. So I actually do that too. So you can come down, and I promise, if you come down and you say you watched us on Blog Talk Radio, I will give you a message, I promise. So, okay, Julianne, you'd love to visit too. Kathy, I think there's a Lilydale meetup page. Oh yeah, maybe some others from your area would be going. Isn't this awesome? I love this on this show that we are connecting, right? About 9-hour drive at least. You have a brother in New Jersey. I promise we'll figure it out. Patty goes every summer. She missed past summer. Yeah, it is. I agree. So I want to tell you guys, so every Friday at noon is as Spiritual Discoveries. And actually, Spiritual Discoveries was a name that was given to me years and years ago. I had a dream, and I was going to name my business Spiritual Discoveries, and I did for a long time. And then I opened a holistic center with somebody else, and the other person had a name that they really wanted to call the business. So I'm going to tell you what the business is called, okay, and see if you know what it means. All right, it's Santosha. So that's, I should put it. I'll put it in the comments so you can see the word itself. It's Santosha. And when my business partner, his name is Don Scott, and when he said, let's name the center Santosha, all right, I said, what? Are you kidding me? What does that mean? Nobody's going to remember the name of the center if it's named Santosha. That's silly, you know? So I kept saying that to him. And then I realized when you're in business with somebody else, you have to like take their suggestions too, right? So he told me what Santosha meant. And I'm going to tell you, I'll tell you, it means contentment of the body, mind, and spirit. Okay. So we thought that we named our center Santosha, contentment of the body, mind, and spirit. And it's weird because people come there and they say that's how they feel. So it was the right name for sure. So, but anyway, so Spiritual Discoveries, I decided to use for this show because we can come on and we can talk and we can all, we can develop our spirituality together, because I'm always going to do meditation with you, and I'm going to talk to you about intuition, and I'm going to have guests on, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So Heather goes to Lilydale many times during season. You went twice last year to the Stump. Yeah. Isn't this now you can actually write something in there, Heather, that, so it's not just my word about the amazing energy at the Stump. So it is. So I want to tell you before we start meditation, there are other shows on. So there's my show every Friday at noon, Spiritual Discoveries, okay, with Angie and friends. And then on Thursdays at 8 p.m., there's Colleen Vanderzijden's show, and it's called Embracing Your Essence. Really good show. John White, awesome medium in Lilydale, has Journey of Light, and that's Wednesdays at 8 p.m. I'm reading a piece of paper so I remember everything. And then Sharon Hill has Medium Monday, and that's Mondays at noon. I think she does some messages on there. Hi, Janet. And Celeste Elliott is Wake Up to Spirit, and that's Thursdays at 10 a.m. And then Wednesdays with Willa White is Wednesdays at 10 a.m. So I hope I said that right. Celeste is Thursdays at 10 a.m. and Wednesdays is Willa. And if you're just tuning in, just really quick, I'm Angie Apt. I'm a registered Lilydale medium. Welcome to Lilydale Blog Talk Radio. And we also go live on lots of Facebook Lives. So thank you I appreciate that you joined me. So I always like to start with meditation. I feel like meditation is so important. Does anybody meditate? Let me know if you meditate. I want to hear. Okay. And I'll tell you my story. So I remember I'm a graduate of Fellowships of the Spirit. Okay. And that's Elaine Thomas's school down in Lilydale. It's a great school. And when the first thing they told us when we went to school, and it's to develop your intuition, it's School of Healing and Prophecy. So it's your intuition. And I was ordained at the end of 2 years, and you learn so much. They have like some of the best teachers like in the world that come and teach at that school. So I learned lots. And so one of the things, the first thing they said, we got introduction or whatever. And then they said, you have to meditate. And I remember thinking like, oh, really? I have so much to do. I am so busy. I was a single parent at the time. I'm raising my daughter. I'm working full time. I'm trying to go to the school. I don't have time to meditate, right? Okay, you do meditate. Yes. Okay, you try to do as much as you can. Hi, Joanne. I see you said hello. Thank you. So, all right. And Bernadette, you meditate every day. That's good, because you notice a difference. So back to my story. So what I did is I thought, all right, I'm committing to this school. I better meditate, right? What's the sense in going? Because they said it was so important. So I started to get up 15 minutes earlier and I started to meditate. And I don't know how a lot of you feel, but I felt like I am not meditating. Like this is not working for me. I can't quiet down my mind. I have constant thoughts. I'm always thinking. I'm an on the go person. It was hard. And so some days I felt like it calmed me. Other days I felt like it did nothing. But what I noticed, okay, was as I went through my day was so much better, whether I felt like I meditated or not. It was the intention and kind of being in that meditation space that made the difference. So it was huge, you know. And actually, now here we are. I went to that school probably almost 20 years ago, and I still meditate. And I'll tell you a funny story. I used to work at a car dealership. And I was the customer relations manager. So yes, I could tell you some good stories about that. And but I would go in and meditate, and the days I did, I could deal with my customers, and customers would yell at me about things going wrong with their car, right? And on the days I meditated, I could handle it better. Like I didn't take it in, I didn't take it personally, even though sometimes people would scream at you. They bought a $30,000 car and something was wrong with it, so you can't blame them. But on the days I meditated it, I handled it better. And I remember the service manager, his name was Glenn, and he was not a meditator at all, although I do think I convinced him he should meditate after a time. But what he would say to me is, on a day that I didn't meditate, he would say, I can tell you didn't meditate today. You need to go take a break and get in your car or something and get yourself centered so we can have a better day together. Because it was true. It made that much a difference. So Alberta, the first time I meditate, it was at a workshop in Lilydale many years ago, and I could not believe the info I got the very first time doing it at the workshop. So do you mean info, Alberta, that you got to relax, or info? Because one of the things you can do with meditation, I'm kind of going to go over like some of the benefits, I'm probably already saying them, is you can connect to your intuition that way. You know, you can get your mind quiet. That's the whole thing, is getting to that place of quiet. Sometimes I listen to music because it helps me, because that'll kind of quiet my mind. But then you can ask spirit for guidance, because you're connecting to your higher self and your spirit guides, and you can get guidance. So I don't know if that's what you meant, but if it wasn't, that was a good teaching point for me, or a conversation point for me to tell you. So Jennifer, yes, I do small meditations throughout my day and breathing exercises. Wow, you know what? You almost be intuitive, because the first thing I was going to talk about is breathing, and I'm going to teach you that. So Shelly, good morning. Hi Shelly, good morning. Colleen, good morning. We were grouped to read. Okay, that's cool, Alberta. Susanna, my favorite meditations. I love that you're writing in. I love this. Colleen, I have gifted children and need help. Okay, I could talk to you after. Susanna, my favorite meditation happens when I wash dishes. Really? Okay. Maybe because when you're washing dishes, you're focused on washing dishes and you're not thinking about other things, right? Because I think that's what it is. It's sort of shutting everything out and getting focused on one thing so you can stop worrying. And I know for me, sometimes you're right. You know, when I clean my house, that actually happens to me because I get focused on that. And another great way to meditate too is go for a walk. You know, don't go with anybody, or if you go with somebody, tell them not to talk to you, and just walk around, especially in the spring, you know, and you look at like the leaves on the trees and the flowers and different things, and just focus on those, and it quiets your mind. Susanna, intense things happen in your kitchen. So that sounds like you could be talking about spirit in your kitchen. That's in my house too. Especially that was in my house. I used to teach intuitive development classes in my living room, and I used to do readings. So I had a lot of spirit stuff there too, and it was always good. You know, always with intuition. If you're connecting in, if you connect in and you ask for it to be for highest and best and healing purposes, that's always what you're going to get. And then that's what you're going to get, say, with any spirits coming in as well. Julianne, walks are your best meditation time, especially on forest trails. Me too. Have you ever been to Letchworth State Park? I live about an hour and a half maybe away from Letchworth State Park, and it's got waterfalls. It's beautiful. That's my favorite one to go meditate in too. Absolutely. You come from a Zen background, Susanna. Awesome. And Jean, I fell asleep a few weeks ago when you did the meditation, I missed the rest of the presentation. You know what? Guess what? They're all on Lilydale Assembly's Facebook page. And if you go into videos, you can find it. You can still watch it. They're all recorded. That's the amazing thing I think about Zoom these days is everything we do is recording. You love it there. Oh my God. Colleen, yes. Oh my, OMG, OMG. And sounds beautiful. Yes. So, okay, so meditation, okay, I think we're already, like, it could be, it's sort of, you're shifting into an altered state of consciousness. You go deep within yourself or to your center, the place where your gut feelings come from. You know, we're all intuitive. Every single one of us is intuitive. And I think the place that you notice it the most are those gut feelings, the signs you get, okay, that you have to pay attention to. But we'll have a discussion about signs and maybe in a couple weeks. But definitely pay attention always to your gut feelings, because a lot of times I don't, okay, and I do this work and I don't. And then later on I go, I knew I shouldn't have done that, or I knew I shouldn't have trusted that person, or what have you, so always pay attention to your gut feelings. It is very, very, you've been to Letchworth? Yes. Awesome. Don't you love it? And Colleen, you're an empath. Yeah. Wow. You know what? We actually have a class coming up at my center, Santosha Holistic Services. And Molly Hastings, who's a Lilydale medium, is teaching on, I believe it's February 13th. And she's teaching a class about how to take care of yourself and not feel everybody's energy when you're an empath. But that's a good topic. We can talk about that on here as well. So you get that quiet inner focus. And I want to say this too, there's no right or wrong way to meditate. And I should have said that right away, because I'm taking you through guided meditations on here. And there's no right or wrong way. I used to do, like, I would do a guided meditation in my house. And I would say to people, see the green grass or see the blue sky. Okay. And guess what? Some people didn't see it, and I forgot to say, some people don't see it. They just get a feeling of the sky or a feeling of the grass, or it's in their imagination because they know what those things look like. So if I'm ever guiding you in a meditation and you're not seeing something that I'm saying to see, don't worry about it. There's no right or wrong way to meditate. Just let it go. Just let it go through, and it's okay. Kathy, having a hard time living alone, working full-time from home, and added responsibility of looking after my mom during COVID. That's hard. I wish I could embrace my apartment, but the space feels too empty. I thrive off energy of others. Wow, Kathy, that's something that somebody just said that to me the other day, because I was talking about missing people. And it's hard, especially with what, having the responsibility of your mom. That's hard. And working full-time from home. I've talked to a lot of people. It's very, very difficult. Hi, Linda. But I definitely, I hear you. And I keep feeling like, and this too shall pass, and we'll get to a place, I feel, that we'll be able to be around people. But I know somebody just said that to me the other day, because I'm a people person and I feel better when I'm around people. Some people need that quiet. I need it sometimes, but I mostly do need to be around people. So I mean, Kathy, if you can meditate, meditation helps because it calms you. That's what I'm doing a lot of, to kind of, go within, and that's sort of getting me through. Okay, so let's see. Linda, Linda Elson is on, if anybody sees her. Linda Elson just taught Feng Shui Year of the Ox. And on February 12th, mark your calendars, Linda's going to come on with me and Karen Sully as my friends, my guests on the show. And we're going to celebrate the Chinese New Year, which is the 12th. So I'm very excited about that. All right, make sure you come on for that. So I want to guide you through meditation. We're gonna do 2 meditations today, all right? Because our topic is meditation, and the first one is, this is just a relaxation meditation, and it's actually another one written by my good friend Sandy Mail. And then after, we're gonna do another one. It's called Loving Kindness, where we can be a vessel of peace, and we can send peace and healing and energy out to the world. All right. So, okay. So this one, I want to start with this one. And somebody, I forgot who said this, but you said that you focus on your breathing. And to me, if I don't have time to meditate, because there are days I wake up late or something like that. So what I'll do is I do deep breathing. I look up abdominal breathing or different pranayama or yoga breathing, because that's all designed to calm you. And if you breathe and take a deep breath in and go all the way into your belly, like we hate to breathe into our bellies, right? Because, we're supposed to walk with good posture and not have our bellies sticking out. But in abdominal breathing, let your belly stick out and breathe in all the way into your belly until it goes out, and then count to 4. And if you can hold your breath that long, if you can't, let it go, but count to 4 and then exhale it out. And you can even go like, I'll demo. I can't talk, but inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold your breath 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you do that for 5 minutes, I mean, that's a technique that you can use throughout the day, because we all have stressful days. We can't change that, right? But what we can change is the way we approach it, or our attitude about it, or that, like when I said I was customer relations manager, when I meditated, I didn't take it all in. I understood that it wasn't about me. Okay. But some days, it did get to me. I was tired, or, what have you. And so honestly, this sounds really funny, but I would go in the bathroom at work. Okay. And I would stand at the sink. Okay. And I would do the breathing, and I would breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go into my belly, hold it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale. And I could just feel like, if any of you are doing it now or you've done it, definitely, notice how much it calms you. But Mary, I want to read your comment. I love the comments. Mary, you watched the show with Linda. It was so good. I know. I love Linda. She's awesome. Janet, how to find the right time I meditate hard to find the right time I meditate while I hike. That's a great thing too. I mean, you can meditate while you hike. I think that, like, to me, if I have time to go for a walk, and I try to do it every day, but a hike, like to go for a good hike, that calms my mind tremendously. Linda, I'm very excited to celebrate with you. We have to wear red, everybody. On February 12th, we all have to wear red. You're going to see us all in red that day. Susanna, you're a medium in training all the way in Bogota, Colombia. Wow, welcome. Welcome. Thanks for being with us. And you're thrilled to be interacted with experienced mediums. I'm also an empath, so I'm enjoying this very much. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm excited. Keep going with your mediumship. We all have natural mediumship talents, and getting trained, to me, is the best thing to do. Nature is our church. It is. Oh my gosh. If you go to the stump in Lilydale and you look up, because it's a virgin forest, that's what the stump is. They've never cut the trees down. And when you sit on those benches and you look up at the sky, it looks like you're in a cathedral of trees. I know exactly what you mean. Susan. Hi, Susan. I love you. So nice that you do this. It's so nice that you come on and watch me. I appreciate that very much with all of you. Lucy, I've seen that meditation music has different hertz numbers. What do you know about this? I don't know about that, but I will get you an answer. I honestly don't know. I don't know what hertz numbers are, but I will absolutely ask somebody and find that out and come back next week and give you an answer. You ordered a piao, and it sits on your window ledge facing the northeast now. Yay. I have those too. I love those. Linda's video, she just did, Year of the Ox energy change on February, I think it was the 12th. No, I don't know. I forgot. The 16th. Okay. At Santosha, we did it on Zoom, but it's available. I don't know if Linda's on still. She could post her website. You could actually purchase that. She has it up for purchase, and you can see the whole class, and it tells you what to do in your house to go along with all the energy changes. It's pretty amazing. So, all right. Oh, Linda's going to get on. She's on there still. Okay, great. Okay. So yeah, take a look at it, because she's got some amazing tips. It's amazing ways, like, my house and my holistic center are all feng shuied, because I want to increase the energy and protect certain areas where the energy is weaker, So I actually, Linda's class, I don't miss it. I watch it every year. I always attend it just to find that out. So Okay, so let's meditate. Although I don't know, like, we could have a day, maybe we'll have a week that you can all come out and ask me questions about mediumship or something, or intuition. Would you like that? Let me know. But today, let's meditate. And I want to do this. It's called a relaxation meditation. Okay. So I want you to get into your relaxed position. And we always say sitting in a place that you feel comfortable, hands open on your lap, tip of your tongue behind your two front teeth. And take a deep breath in all the way into your belly, and count to 4, and exhale it all out. And another inhale all the way into your belly. Push your belly out. Count to 4 and exhale. And do a couple more abdominal breathing. Inhale, count to 4, and exhale. And start to imagine a cone of beautiful white light lowering over your head, almost like sunlight, just kind of coming down and gently touching the crown. And either see this light or feel this light or see it in your mind's eye, imagine it. It's shimmering, beautiful white light that begins gently washing into your body. Feel it entering your head, caressing each area of tension, relaxing and smoothing away all of your worries. Feeling your breath as it gently moves in and out of your body. Gently inhale and gently exhale. And begin to feel this light and energy moving down into your neck and your shoulders and your chest. And when you get to your shoulders, notice if you have your shoulders clenched upward at all. And on your next exhale, gently lowering your shoulders. Inhaling and exhaling as the beautiful light now surrounds your heart, as your heart beats its strong, steady rhythm. And be aware of your lungs as the beautiful light and energy moves into them, clearing, strengthening, and purifying. And now your stomach is filled with light, soothing and calming, healing away any knots that may be there, noticing if that's where you carry your stress, particularly bring more of the white light into your stomach. As your breath moves gently in and out of your body, carrying the peace and light through every cell. As you exhale out the old, tired energy and bring in newly renewed energy, gently washing away any fears or worries you may have, especially letting them go for now so you have this time for you that you deserve. And feeling the light now traveling around to your spine and down your back, bringing energy and lightness to your being. And again, concentrating the light into any areas that may be feeling tight or tense or achy. If you have any achiness in your back, surround that area with the white light and invite that area to relax completely. Relax completely. You can even imagine that you're breathing in the white light and sending it to any tense areas in your body as we move along. And feel the smoothing away of tension. And feel your breath in and out, its own steady rhythm. And feeling the energy and light now as it moves down your arms, all the way to your fingertips, relaxing and loosening any tension carried there. And noticing how your arms are beginning to feel loose and limp, loose and limp. Just letting go. Completely relaxing. And be aware of your breathing, noticing your breath carrying in new energy and exhaling out the old. And as that new energy moves through your body, you feel renewed. And continuing to exhale out the old, the fatigue, the worry, the stress, anything that you're holding on to that it's time to let go of now. See yourself letting it go. As you imagine now the light going into your thighs, all the way down both your legs to the very tips of your toes. Feeling the energy melt away any tightness and aches that you may have anywhere in your entire being as the beautiful light and energy moves through you. And I'll ask you now to focus on your feet for a moment, seeing white light and energy all around your feet as you feel grounded and centered and balanced. And starting to imagine now light and energy coming up from the earth, from Mother Earth, connecting you to nature. We've talked so much about nature today. We all have a connection to nature. Feeling that energy moving up from the earth into your feet, up your legs, into your hips, up your back, up the front side, up your arms, shoulders, neck, and head. And you now have beautiful light coming down from above, universal light and energy moving through. And beautiful energy from Mother Earth moving through you as well, balancing you, grounding you, and making you feel peaceful. And take a moment now and focus that light into your heart area. And just imagine your heart surrounded by white light, whether you see it or you feel it or just imagine it. And I want you to imagine that that white light can be sent out from your heart to anyone in your life that could use some extra healing energy or balancing or grounding or centering themselves. You can imagine that person standing in front of you, or you can imagine that the light coming from your heart and going to that person and surrounding that person with white light and energy. And you can think of as many people in your life as you'd like and send that energy to them, offering them that relaxing energy and that healing, sending it out perhaps to your family members or imagining them standing before you and you surrounding them in white light, or to your friends or coworkers or anybody that you can think of, just setting your intention that you'd like to send this healing, beautiful energy to them. And imagining now that you're thinking about the world or our country or any place in the world or our country could always use healing and grounding and balancing. And so imagine that light coming from your heart. I always imagine like a globe, and I see that energy just going all around the globe. And I set my intention that it's for highest and best and going exactly where it's needed most. See that happening, knowing that sometimes we don't know what we can do to help. And what we can always do is we can send healing. We can send energy and white light. See yourself doing that. And know that you can do this anytime. If you have a loved one that's going through a lot or things happening, send that loved one, bring the white light into your heart and just start sending that white light. And you'll see that indeed it will make a difference. And as you feel ready, I invite you to return to our virtual room on Blog Talk Radio and Facebook Live. Opening your eyes, taking a deep breath in and exhaling. Wiggle your fingers and toes and come back. And I like that meditation, especially I wanted to do it because it's something that you can do at any time. All right. So if you're having a tense day or you think you don't know how to meditate, start just thinking to yourself that white light just kind of coming down and just feel it slowly moving through your body, because I bet that as it was moving through your body, you could tell that those body parts were starting to relax, that it really does make a difference. So definitely do that anytime. And I love the part about healing, because that healing energy, that's all healing energy really is it's white light and energy with an intention for highest and best and healing purposes, and you send it from your heart. I always look at it that if you do something from your heart, you can't go wrong, so you can do that. And I know a lot of times, like, we think we can't do anything when something's going on in the world or something's going on with somebody in our lives, and if it's a big thing, we think, what can little old me do, right? But what you can do is you can send healing from your heart, and it'll make a difference. And I've had lots of times that people have said to me when I've sent them healing that they felt it and that they noticed something was happening at that particular time. So, Bernadette, good. Thank you. Thanks, Julianne. Thanks for coming on. All right. I want to give you guys one last thing today. Okay. I've struggled with this so much. This is one of the first times feeling it. I feel like I've been opened up. Really, Patricia? Wow. Okay. That's awesome. You know why? Because when we're all together, okay, and I used to think we had to be in a room together, and that's always really nice to be in a room when we could hug and all that stuff. I'm definitely a hugger, but you know what though, we can create the same thing in a virtual room, all right? Because when you meditate in a group, okay, it can help make a difference because there's a lot of energy created. And honestly, I could feel the energy. I feel more relaxed, and I didn't even have my eyes closed. I was guiding you. So definitely, I feel that's why, Patricia, and keep practicing, because now that you've done it once, you'll be able to keep on doing it for sure. Okay. So I want to give you an intuitive tip, because I feel like that's important too, because we all need to be using our intuition, right? It's another tool, like as we navigate our lives and we go through our lives, if we can connect to our intuition, that's our guidance within, that every one of us has. Meditation, to me, a lot of times is the key to getting there. Okay. So we meditate, we get quiet. That's why I guided you. I teach a lot of intuitive classes at Santosha. And I never start a class without meditation. And once in a while, I'll admit, okay, sometimes I'm excited about the lesson I can't wait to teach, and I'll forget the meditation, and somebody will raise their hand, whether it's in person or on Zoom, and say, hey, you forgot to get us to meditate, because it changes the energy and everybody goes within and they get better intuitive tips after they meditate. So Patricia, thank you. I'm so happy that you're all on. So so a lot of times, I'm hoping, I think some of you maybe have taken some intuitive development, but it doesn't matter. This one's going to help you get a message for yourself. All right. So I want you to have that. So personal symbols. Okay. A lot of times we get symbols. I think sometimes a symbol can be that you have a song in your mind. Like that happens to me all the time, probably because I love music, and I'll hear, how you get those songs and you kind of think, oh, I wish I could get this song out of my mind. It's driving me crazy, right? Okay, well, the next time that happens, don't wish it away. Stop for a second and pause and say and ask, you're asking spirit or your higher self, how is this song a message to me? And see what kind of comes to you from that. All right. So I'll give you an example. I remember one time I had that song Love Me Tender by Elvis in my mind. It's a pretty song, but I was kind of getting tired of it. Love me. I'm not going going to sing. You won't want me to. But anyway, so my it was my daughter's birthday, and my mom actually is on the other side. Okay. So I stopped for a minute and I said, okay, why do I have that song in my mind? And the thought came to me right away that it was my mother sending that to my daughter, because my mother and my daughter lived in Memphis for a while, and my mom used to go visit her all the time, and they used to go to Graceland because they both loved Elvis. Okay. So as soon as I got that message, I called my daughter and I gave it to her and I said, Grandma's wishing you a happy birthday. And the song went out of my mind. Okay. So we're always getting messages. It's paying attention to whatever comes into our minds. All right. And sometimes we're interpreting it. Sometimes we wonder if it's real. Is this really a message? So let me read you this about personal symbols that spirit uses your consciousness to connect to you. Okay. And sometimes like you might have a memory that comes into your mind like over and over and over again. And if you stop and you say, how is this a message to me? See what you get. So with that in mind, okay, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. Okay. Again, I know I just had you closing your eyes, but just close them again. Take a couple deep breaths in again. And this time, I want you to recall any memory that you enjoy, okay? Any memory that you enjoy, and let that memory come into your mind. It could be something that's a memory by yourself with another. It could be any time in your life, but the first memory, let that be the one that you focus on. And allowing yourself to be very immersed in this memory. Allow yourself to feel and see everything associated with this memory. Really be in the memory. How did it feel? What did you see? Who was there? So be focused on that for a moment, feeling it. It's important to feel how it felt. And now, just for practice, consider this. If this memory were a message to you about your own life now, what would it mean? And just allow an answer to come from within and get the message. And you can write it down after if you want, and you'll remember it. And I'm hoping you got something with that. That's your intuitive tip. And that's something that you can do anytime in your day. Just say to spirit, give me a memory or give me a song, and it's a matter of trusting and fellowships of the spirit. We always say link, don't think. Okay. Because you can't think and link into your intuition at the same time. You have to connect. I think we did this last week, to the right side of your brain, which is where your intuition is. Okay. So you link, don't think, connect, and then just ask spirit, give me a memory, give me a memory that's going to somehow be a message to me, and let yourself feel the memory and then ask, how is this a message to me, and see what you get. Okay. So try that. All right. Try that. And I invite you over this next week to try meditating. Okay. Even if you think you can't. Okay. Even if you think your mind was going the whole time, notice if your day goes better after you do it, you just set the intention to meditate. All right. So I invite you to definitely try that out. Okay. I want to hear how you did next week, because we'll be back. Okay. On Lilydale Blog Talk Radio. I'm Angie Apt, a Lilydale registered medium, and I'll be with you next Friday at noon. Okay. And actually next Friday, I'm going to have a guest. I have a good friend. Her name is Ann Young. And she's from Taiwan, and she's so interesting. She's very interesting. She's so intuitive, but she teaches a workshop called Theta Healing. And I want her to come in and talk to you all about Theta Healing, because it's pretty amazing. It's about going inside and changing your beliefs, okay, in order to change your world. And that's simplifying it. There's a lot more to it than that. But I hope you'll come on next week, and you'll get to meet Anne, who's very special. So And I thank you guys as well. Okay. And I hope you have a really good weekend. I know here I'm looking out the window and there's a lot of snow coming down. What are you going to do? It's a good weekend to stay home and meditate, right? So I hope, again, I wish you a good weekend. I wish you all many, many blessings. And I thank you so, so much for coming on and taking some of your time to listen to me. I appreciate it. So, and I love that I get to listen to you too. Have a great day.